welcome back to another edition of One's informational sessions on Facebook. I am here today to talk about foam rollers. They are not all created equal. As you can see, they come in many shapes, sizes, colors, and they look kind of scary like this medieval one. But I wanted just to talk about briefly what the different types of foam rollers are, why you use different types of foam rollers, why one is not necessarily good for everybody, and you don't always know what you need until you try them. So I'm going to talk about them today, but if you're not sure, try them out, demo them, go to your local physical therapist, go to your local running store, and try it before you buy it. That's my best advice, otherwise you end up with a whole closet full of foam rollers. So we're going to go from kind of like beginner to more advanced. The first foam roller that I recommend for people is actually a half of a roll. And the reason why that's great is because it's not nearly as wide of a diameter, and for folks that are either very tight, have a lot of sensitivity, have a lot of acute pain, they can tolerate this before they can tolerate any of the other rolls. So if you're not sure, if you think you might have some issues that are pretty severe, a half a foam roller is a good way to go. The next one up would be the small diameter foam roller, and you can see the difference between these two. One's a little bit smaller than the other. This is also, you notice the different colors. The white is a lower density foam. Basically what that means is that there's more give to it. So when I push on it, there's a little bit of give, versus when we get to the black foam rollers, that's really hard and there's not as much give. So if you are ready to advance from the half foam roller, you can go to the small diameter foam roller. And if that starts feeling pretty comfortable, then you can go to the large diameter foam roller. Once you feel like you've advanced from there, then you can go to the next level up, which would be the full density foam roller. This is the firmest that they kind of have before you get to the torture device. And being on the black roller really helps to kind of work out a lot of those trigger points and knots that we all get, all those sore places that you can't reach. And lastly, the scary looking one here is really great for people that are recovering from post-workout and they really want to get in there and break up those sore places and those trigger points. You can use a roller like this to work out those knots and bring increased blood flow to the areas. This is not something I would recommend for the average person just starting out. Hope that helps. Thanks, everybody.
Hi everyone, this is Ashley, the Malleable Mom, and I'm here at One Physical Therapy, Fitness and Wellness to demonstrate how to use my favorite thing in the whole world, my foam roller. I think if my house was on fire, I'd grab this before I grabbed my children. I can't live without it.
She doesn't really mean that, by the way.
Some days I do. So today, I'm going to show you the right and the wrong way to get on your foam roller. And my children love to torture me by getting on this the wrong way every day because they know the right way, they just do it wrong.
And all my patients do the same thing with me too.
So they'll sit there and they'll look at me like, what are you gonna do, malleable mommy? And they lay down, like in yoga class when they talk about feeling every single vertebrae like a strand of pearls. This is not the way that you want to get on your foam roller.
And the reason why is because it puts a lot of pressure on the spine, and also you're not lined up properly, so your head could be hanging off as well.
Like it just did to mine.
That's right.
Oh, okay. So the way that you get on it is you lay next to it like you're spooning, and then you put your head on there first to make sure that you're in alignment, butt up, and then you do the crucifix, arms out, just to make sure that you're in nice balance.
Or a snow angel.
Snow angel, whichever you like to prefer.
Pec stretch or pectoralis stretch is the scientific terminology for that.
And then prepare for the most relaxing moment of your day. All right.
Great.
I don't like to launch into, a workout right away because for me, and I know everyone's different, and Jen, you can speak to this, everybody's different. But I do believe that you need to transition into it. You need to lay here for a moment and prepare yourself and align. And one of the best things about this is that you are actually doing adjustment. You're doing spinal alignment. And often when I lay on it, I start to feel all the snap, crackle, and pop.
And what I often tell clients when you're first on the roller is to make sure that you are aligning yourself along the length of the roller. So by tucking your chin down towards your chest and tightening up your abdominal muscles to flatten your back against the roller, now you've elongated your spine along the length of the roller. And then you can perform all the other exercises. And I often tell clients to check back in, make sure their chin is tucked down and their tummy is tight while they're doing all the rest of the exercises.
Does that look good?
Looks great, Ashley. Good job.
I've been doing this for 3 years, so, and this is not what I looked like when I first started. So it was a learning curve for sure. Is there anything that you'd like me to demonstrate?
Yeah, so let's go through a couple of nice arm stretches. So Ashley is demonstrating the first one. It would be a pec stretch. And we're going to actually have her put her palms up towards the ceiling. And you'll feel this in the pec muscles. So this would be the front of the chest wall. And this is an area that often gets tight because of prolonged sitting, like at a computer. These muscles often get tight. So by doing the snow angel or the pec stretch, that helps to open up the chest wall. I usually say to hold this for 30 seconds and to do it for 2 repetitions. The next one would be a goalpost stretch, and that would be with bending the elbows and then dropping the hands towards the floor. Again, Ashley's very flexible and she's got good mobility. This is not something that we expect everyone to do right out of the gate. So this is a good one to work towards. You might not get your hands to the floor right off at the first time, but you can work towards that. Yeah, exactly. Another good one is to rest your hands on the floor, reaching your fingertips towards your heels. So basically, you're stretching out your upper neck muscles, reaching your fingertips towards your heels, and then relaxing. You can do this for a repetition of 10. Breathing while you do these exercises, very important. Great, nice work, Ashley. Okay. And then another great exercise to do on the roller is some abdominal exercising. And when we say abdominals, we mean your tummy muscles. And to get those strong, to take the pressure off of your back, you can do an exercise on the roller where you tighten those muscles and then at the same time lift one foot just a little bit up in the air, not very high, as you can see, just an inch, and then letting it down, you can lift the opposite leg. The whole time engaging those abdominal muscles, making sure that you're nice and strong through the abs. And this is usually a timed exercise. I tell people to do this for maybe a minute to start. If you get stronger, up to 2 minutes.
When I first started this, I couldn't understand how to keep my stomach tight and do this. And with my children, I tickle them because they'll laugh and still have a tight stomach. So what I do is I breathe. So I'll, which shows that I can still breathe. Otherwise, you're holding your breath, you're not doing it right.
That's right. And that's actually, Ashley's absolutely right. You know, that's why they say laughter is the best medicine, because when you laugh, all of that laughter comes from your belly. So you're actually engaging your abdominal muscles when you laugh. That's why all comedians live for so long. All right, and then the last thing that we usually demonstrate on the roller is rolling from side to side. And the reason why this is so great is because it increases blood flow to the low back, to the neck, breaks up all the trigger points that are along the spine, and a trigger point are basically tight muscles. So by rolling from side to side, you're working out all those issues. You want to make sure that your hips and your shoulders stay in alignment, your hip stays up. You don't want it to drop down. I always say, right, exactly. I always tell people, pretend you have a hot bowl of soup on your stomach and you don't want it to spill.
A side benefit, which Jennifer is not really pointing out, is that this is one of the best and only exercises I have found to get those obliques really tight, so that I had one of the best bikini bodies at the pool this summer just because of this exercise.
Yeah. And the last thing we want to demonstrate is how to dismount off of the foam roller. That's the other thing that everybody screws up, is they want to sit straight up off of the roller, but instead we want to roll over onto the side, push the roller out of the way, and then actually roll back onto your back. And in this position, you can feel the difference from when before you got on the roller, how much closer you are to the floor.
Flat.
Nice and flat. Everything is relaxed, reversing all the damage that we do all day long.
And then I need to also demonstrate how to stand up properly, because a lot of people don't get this right. The same way you get off of your bed in the morning. Roll to the side, Use your forearms to push yourself up, and be careful because you might be lightheaded.
Mm-hmm.
Fists for those people with wrist issues.
Yay!
Dismissed. Thanks for watching.